keep you waiting, with that, let us all welcome our speaker today for design for assembly, Mr. Jerome Castaneda, a graduate of mechanical engineering from University of the Philippines, Diliman. He is currently one of our solutions officer for design and manufacturing here at CIM Technologies. Hi, Sir Jerome. Good morning.
Good morning,
Good
Danny.
morning. Yes.
Okay, thank you. So let me proceed. Of course, I would like to also to thank you for the participants, no, for spending with us your time with us. So once again, good morning and welcome to our webinar on design for assembly, enhancing mechanical design, and streamlining your production. So here we will explore the principles of design for assembly or DFA, not really the Department of Foreign Affairs. So, and how Autodesk Inventor supports the various methodology to help you design a smarter and more efficiently. So, once again, my name is Jerome Castañeda. I am the mechanical engineer here and the solutions officer for design and manufacturing industry. So here's our agenda for today. So first, we'll let you know what is design for assembly and what are the key goals for design for assembly. What are the benefits, no? And why DFA matters in mechanical design. And what are the tools that we are going to use, no, using Autodesk Inventor. And lastly, the workflow summary. And of course, the conclusions and our questions and answer portion. So, what is design for assembly? So, design for assembly or DFA basically is a subset of design for manufacturing. So while DFM ensures a part can be manufactured efficiently, DFA also focuses specifically, no, on how parts fit together during the assembly, and the goals really is to make the assembly more efficient. Uh, processes you be able to process the assembly faster, e- easier. No, let me have a slide here. And the goal really here is to reduce the part count, yeah, and simplify the assembly steps. No? So so that you will have less prone to errors and ultimately, no, reducing po yung ating mga production costs and improving yung ating product quality. Yan. So there are actually several ano po core goals, no, in applying yung ating mga DFA principles. So number one po is fewer components, no. Actually that's our goal, no, in creating our assembly as much as possible. Fewer number of parts, no, in an assembly, because the fewer means that it also lowers our manufacturing costs, no? And also, of course, it simplifies yung ating procurement process, no? And also shortens our assembly time. So fewer parts also mean fewer chances, no, for something to go wrong or error. Yeah. And the number two po, easier handling and orientation. So, yung ating parts, no, should be designed so that they're easy to grip. Madali siyang hawakan, no? Uh, Madali siyang i-pick up. Yan. And also yung orientation correctly. Sometimes kasi when you assemble things, parang naglalaro ka pa, nag-jigsaw puzzle ka pa. You are anticipate ano ba mangyayari dito. So dapat very logical po yung ano natin. So that really it reduces the time, no, spending in figuring out how the parts fit together and minimizes the chances of error. So actually the goal nga is hindi ka nagagamit ng mga manuals, no, ma-assemble mo na siya kaagad. That's how easy to ano po. So and then number three is basically dapat faster yung ating assembly, no? Meaning ay by simplifying po yung ating mga design and reducing no the needs for tools or complex steps. Sometimes no kailangan pa ba natin ng mga bolts and screw? Baka mamaya kailangan lang natin ng mga snap-on, no? Hindi mo na kailangan ng mga bolts and screw. Of course, pag merong loading diyan no, kakarga ng tao, yan, kailangan na ng mga bolts and screws. So the assembly process becomes more efficient. So yung time spent per unit adds up significantly po doon sa ating mass production. Yan. So and then number four, of course, yan, fewer mistakes, no? Yung DFA aims niya talaga is to make the correct assembly. It's the only possible assembly. So when parts only go together one way, yung mistakes are really greatly reduced. So this really improves yung ating quality control and the lower the need for rework. Yan. Di ka na pupunta pa ulit para i-rework yung mga design mo. So, ano po yung mga benefits natin? Benefits for DFA. Ayan. So, of course, nabanggit na natin, less less labor, no? So, kunyari, may fewer fastener, hindi ka na gagamit ng mga bolts and screws, no? So, the simpler parts mean reduce po yung ating overall production cost. So, this includes yung ating direct labor, and of course, yung mga indirect costs, no? Such as yung mga quality assurance, no? Mga ganyan. And then, improve quality and reliability. Yan. So meaning po, yung simpler assemblies natin are more robust na ngayon, no? So with fewer opportunities na talaga for mistakes, no, yung human error. And of course, dapat simple lang. So wag niyo gawing masyadong complex yung ano niyo, assembly. So the final products are more really consistent, no, and durable po. And then ayan. So of course, dahil nga simplified na nga po yung designs natin, we are really able to move more quickly yung ating uh, stages, no, yung ating mga prototyping, yung ating mga production stages, and thereby help you, no, to launch your products faster to the market, no, so you'll be able to really be more productive. Ayan, sustainable. So fewer materials, no, and less waste during manufacturing, no, aligns, no, with our uh, eco-friendly production goals and reduce yung ating mga carbon footprint. Actually, here in CIM, no, we have this tawag na ito, meron kaming we stand by with this rule, design and innovation for a sustainable future. So we also incorporate, so this sustainability actually it's part of the United Nations, no, goals na rin po. Actually no, yung iba nga ginagawa na nila part ng ISO na po itong sustainability, no, 14,001. So and of course yung ating operational efficiency. So efficient assemblies po means that smoother yung ating workflows, no? Of course, better use yung mga factory space kasi nga less na po yung mga assembly nyo. So, you have more space, no? And then, na-reduce na po yung ating mga bottlenecks at saka yung mga production lines, no? Less na yung mga tao na uh, gagawa doon sa ano assembly. Yan. So, bakit, no? Why DFA matters in the mechanical design? Ayan. So, early impact and long-term value po. So, ibig sabihin, no, yung DFA, no, yung decisions na ginawa natin mga DFA made during yung design have really downstream impacts, no? Meaning po, it is now much cheaper, no, to make changes on a CAD model than on a shop floor po. So, very important yung ating digital tools, no, yung mga, in this case, yung mamaya po, will show you some of the tools na magagamit natin sa Inventor so that you don't need na po, actually, we reduce na yung ating mga physical prototyping na po, which can be at costly yan. So and then design, manufacturing synergy. So in ano po, DFA actually it encourages ating mga designers to think, no, to think from the assembler's perspective. Actually in my previous ano po experience, no, I used to do a mold design. So gumagawa ng plastic injection mold. But then we have to go there in the ano shop floor because we have to disassemble din yung mga mold pag wala kaming ginagawa sa design, no. Ayun, makikita namin talaga yung mga dinidesign namin at paano siya ina-assemble, no. Yung mga ejector pins, ayan, paano ba na-eject yung plastic? Ano ba yung mga nag-obstruct doon, no? Makikita mo doon yung mga shrinkages o ano yung mga short shot, yan. So, wag ka lang sa ano sa designing pupunta ka talaga doon sa shop floor para at least ma-apply mo pa yung mga ibang mga design, no? So mga perspective ng assembly. So really, this is promoting po yung ating better collaboration with the production team, no? Yung sa mga gumagawa, yung mga sa CNC, yan, mga kasamahan din natin yan. So, next is error proofing by design po. So yung DFA natin, i-reduce po talaga in reliance on the post-production inspections, no? By really eliminating ating mga potential, ano may potential errors through really yung ating mga smart design choices, no? And then, ayan, magiging competitive na po tayo, no? Kasi nga, companies now are really be able to produce higher quality products faster, cheaper, and thereby helping them outperform your competitors po. So that is your edge, no? Yan. So punta na po tayo dito sa Autodesk Inventors DFA tools to. Ano ba yung mga pwede nating gamitin? Ayan. So part simplification. So inventor, no, if you have a very large assembly, no, design, you are able really to simplify yung ating mga assembly such that you can merge, you can even suppress those features na hindi or components na hindi nyo kailangan, and you can also eliminate na hindi naman unnecessary parts po. So particularly mga useful lang po yung mga when components na are aesthetic rather than functional. So or when simplifying po yung mga models natin, no? Simplifying yung ating mga models. So, for example po, dito sa right side, that is HVAC, no? Heating, ventilation, and air conditioning model po on the right. So, yung mga internal parts niyan, actually, are really hidden, no? Hindi naman kasi kailangan really to create po yung ating tinatawag na lightweight version, which is very, very perfect po for layout planning yung sa BIM coordination. So if you are able also to capture the other webinar, so we can also actually integrate yung ating mga mechanical components to Revit, no? This is how you also do this, yung mga BIM coordination. And of course, yung for when you want to share information with clients, no? Kasi you don't want to expose that much information or detail. So perhaps the overall length lang it matters, no? So the length, width, and the height. Tapos dito naman po sa on the left side, no, on the left side, a conveyor system naman is a simplified way to really to focus only yung mga functional components. So this really helps no po in improving yung ating performance and reducing yung ating file size, no? Thereby, it makes yung ating model easier to work with within the simulations or even just in documentations po. So in short, so this is a smart way po to really streamline your design without even compromising on the key details, yung mga overall length, no, general size niya. Yan. And then at next po yung assembly analysis. Yan. So with this tool, we can simulate how a product will be assembled po using different types of model states, no? So this really help us po in to understand the mga step by step assembly process, no, without really the need for that physical prototype, no. And then ito nga po as shown in the images, so we can have a model in the multiple iterations. So in the first mga different colors, and so this is a vice grip, no. And then letting us po evaluate po yung mga different configuration, and then yung mga test fit, and then identify potential mga assembly issues. So you can actually isolate po from a master model. You isolate only one, could be a one component, and then perhaps a different view, a different component. So this is really very useful po, really for improving your makikita mo yung mga manufacturability niya. And then, of course, marireduce po yung errors, and save time po yung during production. Ayan. So this is also another tool that we also use, no, yung tinatawag na automated bill of materials. Yeah. So here in Autodesk Inventor, you can actually, with just a click of a button, you can automatically generate the complete least and accurate BOM based on your assembly model, no, in 3D model niyo po. So this also includes, no, yung ating mga part names, mga part number, of course yung mga quantities, how many pieces or sets ba yung mga mo screws, nuts and bolts, no, and then of course anong mga materials to, no, very important, and other key properties na pwede niyo pong i-highlight din, no, you can also, and so that you can pull directly from your assembly. And this actually saves time po compared to really if you are just doing this manually. No, if you do this in AutoCAD, and then you just input those manually in Excel pa, no? Especially if there are lots of parts there. So you can customize po yung ating BOM format, and you can actually export this in to Excel sheets, no. Here we can also generate na we can take advantage of our product data management o yung Vault system natin, na this is a good tool so that you can also collaborate with other non-designer. So yung mga shop floor, or say for example yung mga procurement. Oh, at least malalaman ng procurement, oh, available ba tong mga off the shelf na mga libraries ko, mga content set. Oh, may mga supplier ba tayo na available para dito sa mga. So while you are still on design, malalaman mo na, no? So you are able really to know that the parts are there and complete, no? So really streamlining po yung ating engineering and manufacturing workflows. Yan. Ito po. It's a very very important tool po to sa CAD tool, no? Yung tinatawag na interference detection. Imagine na lang pag wala kayong ganito, ano? So you just design, and then you do a manufacture of your components, and then when you manufacture it, pagdating doon sa assembly, uy, hindi pumasok. Sala. Maliit yung butas. So, that's why this is very, very important, no, yung ating interference detection. Kasi nga po, it really identifies, no, yung ating mga parts na may overlap, or yung mga conflicting parts in your assembly. So that yung issues, no, that could really cause problems during the actual manufacturing or assembly can be really be uh, minimize or really be eliminated, no. Inventor po automatically checks this interference, as you can see here yung color red, no, and there it highlights pa even the volume of that and so you can quickly make po adjustments. Paliliitin ko ba to aking bolt size, o yung aking screw hole, palalakihin ko, no, para mag-fit. So it's really a very simple but yet a very powerful feature, really, so that you can really catch on those very costly design errors. Money yan eh, involved that money. So ensure po that parts fit together as intended. Ayan, parametric design. So, since ano po, no? 1999 pa tong inventor, andyan na po actually yung parametric design, no? So with inventors parametric tools po really, we can really create models that are fully driven, no, ng ating dimensions and constraints. So what does it mean? Means that when you change, no, yung ating one value, say for example yung length or so yung width or yung mga hole diameter. So in this image, no, yung kanyang overall length ng ating furniture, no? So it also adjusts, no, the overall size ng the cabinet, even the stand, even it could be also the number of foot, no, dun sa stand, no? You can also do that. So the entire model actually updates automatically. So this is really special, especially very helpful for designing families of products, no? Or when changes are frequently, you do a lot of changes, it saves time, no? So it also supports, no, yung ating design automation. We actually have a tool for that, yung iLogic. So actually it's a very powerful tool na pwedeng gamitin actually ng ano ng sales as a brochure. So if you are just you make use of yung mga brochure na mga poster here, you can actually make use of yung 3D model nyo, gawin yung you can create a family of a model, say in this case different sizes ng ating mga furniture, no, different height or even the color. Pwede nyo po, and then they can select that parameters in your website or and then at the end andun po yung request for quotation. Ano, so it's a very powerful tool po itong ating design configuration, no, automation po. Yan. So and lastly po ating finally yung ating visualization and documentation. So inventor let us really create a clear, no, exploded views and even step-by-step po animations like the one shown here. This will be very, very helpful in your shop floor so that the operators, the technicians are really guided, no? And so that they are able really to make the assembly correct. So on the right is a standard 2D drawing, no? Itong andun yung mga parts list. So kanina I also discussed the bill of materials. So it's still very essential po in communicating, no, yung ating mga design intent on the shop floor. Yan. So with these tools po, we ensure that anyone working with the product, from the assembly teams to the client, really fully understands how everything fits together. Yan. So, saan papasok o saan mo step 1, ano yung step 2 and step 3. Yan. So, workflow summary po. So, let's walk through a typical workflow when applying a design for assembly principles using po yung ating Autodesk Inventor. So una, no, yung ating design, of course, we start with the core design, no. This is where the engineers, no, you engineers lay out the functional requirements ng ating product. So it is really very important to keep ang ating design for assembly principles in mind. So even at this early stage, no, to really to avoid ating complicating yung ating design. So creating really a functional CAD model. So dapat yun yung function first before the aesthetic, no, yung kanyang uh, design curvature or ano. So dapat yung munang function ng ano nung model. And then consider yung ating mga initial mga simple na mga part shapes lang, no? And then materials and interface, no? Simple na mga design like yung mga iPhone lang na ganyan, kasimple na mga design, di ba? Then optimize po for DFA. So once nagkaroon na kayo ng initial design in place, we apply po yung ating again principles in DFA. So this includes po simplifying components. Ayan. So reducing fasteners, ay kung hindi naman kailangan ng nuts and bolt, di ba? Sabi ko, and minimizing po yung mga part orientation, complexity, yung mga position ng mga piyesa nyo, baka hindi po tama talaga. So kailangan nyo siguro angle lang, ano nyo lang, i-rotate nyo lang ng konti para medyo mas madali na siyang i-assemble, di ba? So this one also can reduce yung ating mga part counts, no? From say mga dalawang pyesa, pwede nyo gawin siyang isa, no? Combine. Or perhaps, di na kailangan yung pyesa. You can even eliminate, no? Parts. Ayan. And then, standardize po natin yung ating mga hardware, mga connector, ibig sabihin, yung mga off-the-shelf lang dyan, or yung supplier, baka meron naman sa iba, di ba? Hindi ka na magde-design pa. Di mo na kailangan maggawa. So, off the shelf na lang. So, number three is yung simulate and test, no? So, we can also run simulations, no, within Inventor to analyze po how the product will be assembled, ayun kanina, no? And of course, yung ating tool na interference detection, really to identify yung mga bottlenecks, yung mga potential issues, and of course, yung mga mechanical movements ng mga parts, papasok ba talaga siya o hindi, no? Or gagana ba siya? Yung mga mechanism natin. So use inventors assembly simulation tools. Marami tayong tools sa ano po, even FEA tools, no? We can simulate stress and then of course the mga motions. It can also detect po, yun nga, sabi ko yung interferences and yung mga misalignments, yung mga off-center, and then validate po natin yung mga motion paths and yung mga tolerances. Now, there's also an application for that, no? Yung tolerances analysis sa inventory. So, malalaman mo yung mga sa manufacturing tolerances. Ayan. Tapos po yung generate yung ating bills of materials and documentation. So ngayon, after na finalize nyo na yung design nyo, inventor can automatically generate, no, the bill of materials gaya ng pinakita ko kanina, and mga technical documentations, no, such as exploded views, yung ating tinatawag na inventor presentation, inventor part, okay, or mga step-by-step instructions for yung assembly natin. Automatically po compile yung ating mga BOMs. You can create exploded views, no, or 3D animations. Yan. You can even export, no, these 3D models to PDF, no, kasi mostly yan ang medium na ginagamit, or interactive instructions for factory. But of course, here in Inventor, we also in Autodesk, we also can share views just by through that cloud to the cloud, and then you can just share the link, and then i-send mo lang po yung sa ano sa client or sa supplier, so they can already view the files, the assembly. And then yon, and lastly is of course finally yung ating manufacture. So the design moves now into your production. So with the design for assembly already po integrated, the product now is really easier and faster to assemble, no? With less risk now of course errors or whatever miscommunication between the teams, no? Designs are, you are very sure that this is production ready. So assemblies, no, are now easier to build. Of course, we there should be fewer issues na po occurring during the assembly and quality control. So this really, no, streamline yung ating workflow. It allows you really to reduce yung ating cost, yung ating yung mga complexity, because nga simple na lang po yung design natin while increasing po doon sa ating reliability and speed. So Inventor plays a big and critical role po, no, in enabling you, no, to simulate, to validate, and of course document your design with the design for assembly principles already, no, in things. So to wrap up po, no, things, so let's revisit po yung ano ba yung mga core ideas that we have covered today. So design for assembly is more than just a manufacturing concept po. It is a design philosophy that helps, no, create smarter, more efficient po. Of course, cost effective, no? Uh, how? By simplifying po yung ating mga parts, minimizing yung mga assembly step, minimizing ano, and reducing po the chance, of course, for that human error. So, DFA leads to what? Faster production and higher quality results. So, Autodesk Inventor plays again, no, really a critical role in this process. So it gives us po the tools really to simplify, no? Yan, yung ano, simplification. Simulate assemblies. And of course, detect issues yung ating uh, can detect yung conflicts, no, and generate accurate documentations all within the platform. So I would like to say thank you for your time, and of course, I'd be happy to take any of your questions. So take it away, Danny.